Ever feel like you're on a Facebook ad roller coaster? You know, you see some promising results and then boom, everything just kind of fizzles out before you can really scale.
Yeah, it's a pretty common trap, I think, to mistake those initial wins for a system that's actually built to scale.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be diving deep into the pressure cooker system by Mark.
Okay.
And it's all about building a Facebook ad strategy that's designed for that sustainable growth, especially if you're already at that point where you're, spending a significant amount, like $1,000 or more each day.
Now, I gotta admit, when I first heard about this whole system, this emphasis on engagement ads really threw me off.
Uh-huh.
I always thought of those as kind of a nice to have,
Right.
but not necessarily essential for driving those serious results.
Yeah, that's a misconception I think a lot of marketers have. But
Mhm.
in the pressure cooker system engagement ads, they're the bedrock.
Okay.
It's all about shifting your mindset from hunting for those quick conversion wins
Right.
to creating a system that really nurtures the Facebook algorithm over time.
So walk me through this. How do engagement ads become the foundation of a system designed for big budget scaling?
Well, think of it this way. Every comment and every share on your engagement ads, it's like a breadcrumb you're leaving for the Facebook algorithm.
Okay, I kind of get that you're feeding it data,
Yeah.
but how does that translate to actually scaling my campaigns without hitting that dreaded wall of diminishing returns?
Well, it's about leveraging that engagement to turn the algorithm into your personalized customer finding machine.
Okay,
So by generating those initial interactions, you're giving the algorithm a much clearer picture of who your ideal audience really is.
so it's not just about vanity metrics.
Right.
It's about training the pixel to actually recognize patterns and go out and find more people like those who are already engaging.
Exactly. The more engagement you generate, the more data the algorithm has to work with,
Right.
and the better it becomes at finding those high-quality leads for you.
Makes sense.
But here's where it gets even more interesting. Actively responding to those comments is absolutely crucial.
Wait, really? How does responding to comments on my ads actually help me scale my campaigns?
Yeah.
Wouldn't I be better off focusing on, creating more ads or tweaking my targeting?
You know, we're trying to build trust not just with potential customers,
Right.
but with the algorithm itself.
Okay.
Responding to comments sends a strong signal to Facebook that your ads are fostering genuine engagement,
Hmm.
valuable interactions.
So it's like,
And don't just settle for those generic responses either.
okay,
The quality of your replies really does matter.
interesting.
Mark suggests asking relatable, open-ended questions, those questions that spark conversations.
So I can actually gather valuable market insights directly from these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
That's
They
pretty cool.
incredibly value it. Those conversations can help you understand your audience's needs,
Yeah,
their pain points, their desires on a much deeper level.
right.
And that leads to more effective messaging in all your other ads.
So engagement is just the first layer of this pressure cooker system.
Exactly.
We need to introduce another element here to kind of
Yes.
amplify our reach and prevent our creative from getting stale.
Exactly. You're talking about traffic ads, right?
I have to admit, I've always been a bit skeptical of traffic ads.
Okay.
They feel a bit superficial, like I'm just paying for clicks that might not lead anywhere.
Right.
How do they fit into this system beyond just boosting engagement?
Well, think of traffic ads as your engagement amplifier.
Okay,
They work in tandem with your engagement ads to bring a constant influx of fresh eyes to your content.
got it.
This helps keep those engagement levels high,
Uh-huh.
and importantly, it prevents creative fatigue.
So even with really strong engagement ads, I still need to bring in new people consistently to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, you want to prevent those engagement metrics from plateauing, which can actually send a negative signal to the algorithm,
Oh, wow.
you know?
Interesting.
So yeah.
All right, I'm starting to see how the pieces fit together, but I'm still a little fuzzy on how traffic ads actually work in practice.
Okay.
Is it just about sending people to my website, or is there a more strategic approach within this system?
That's where we'll get into the nuances of traffic ads in part 2.
Okay.
We'll explore different targeting options, bidding strategies, and creative approaches that work best within the pressure cooker system.
I'm already intrigued. This is making me rethink my entire approach to Facebook ads.
Good.
It's not just about chasing those quick conversions.
Right.
It's about building a sustainable ecosystem where engagement is the driving force.
Exactly.
But I can't help but wonder, where do the ads that actually make us money fit into all of this? What about those all-important conversion campaigns?
We'll get to that in part 3 when we dive into the final phase of the pressure cooker system and how it leverages everything we've built up to that point for maximum impact.
Okay, you've officially piqued my curiosity. I can't wait to hear how this all comes together.
It's all about playing the long game, and that's where things get really exciting.
All right, so we've established that engagement ads, they're like the foundation, right? The fuel that gets the algorithm humming.
Uh-huh.
And then we have those traffic ads that act as our amplifier to kind of keep those engagement levels high and prevent our creative from getting stale.
Yeah.
But I'm still curious, like, how do traffic ads actually work within this whole pressure cooker system? It's not just about blindly sending traffic to, any random page, right?
You're absolutely right. It's about being really strategic with your targeting, your bidding, even your creative approach
Okay.
to maximize the impact of those traffic campaigns.
So let's start with targeting. Are we talking about like broad audiences here, or is there a more like laser-focused approach we should be taking?
Within the pressure cooker system, traffic ads are all about leveraging what we've learned from those initial engagement campaigns.
Right.
Remember all those people who liked and commented and shared our engagement ads?
Yeah.
They're gold. We can create what are called lookalike audiences based on those engagers, essentially telling Facebook to go out and find more people who share similar characteristics and interests.
So we're not just throwing a wide net and hoping for the best.
No?
We're using that engagement data to actually pinpoint those who are most likely to be receptive to our message.
Precisely. And this is where things get really interesting from a bidding perspective. Because we're targeting such a high-quality audience, we can often afford to be a bit more aggressive with our bidding strategy.
So we might be willing to pay a bit more per click, knowing that these users are more likely to convert down the line.
Exactly. Remember, our primary goal with these traffic ads is to amplify that engagement and prevent creative fatigue.
Okay.
And a slightly higher bid can help ensure that our ads are seen by those valuable lookalike audiences.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. But what about the creative itself? Do we need to approach traffic ad creative like differently within this system?
It's not so much about creating a completely different type of ad as it is about understanding the role that these traffic ads play in the bigger picture.
Okay.
Your creative should still be engaging and attention-grabbing, but it doesn't necessarily need to be like hyper-focused on conversions at this stage.
So it's more about piquing their curiosity,
Uh-huh.
inviting them into our ecosystem.
That's a great way to put it. We're essentially priming them for those conversion ads that will come later on in the system.
Gotcha.
Remember, this pressure cooker system, it's all about building momentum over time.
It really is like a pressure cooker, isn't it?
It is.
We're slowly building up that heat, that engagement, that reach,
Yeah.
so that when we finally release the valve,
Mm-hmm.
those conversion ads have the maximum impact.
That's a fantastic analogy.
Thanks.
And it brings us to the final and perhaps most crucial piece of this puzzle,
Okay.
those conversion ads.
Right.
How do we take all of that momentum we've built up through engagement and traffic ads
Yeah.
and translate it into actual sales and tangible results?
This is where I imagine things get really interesting.
Yeah,
We've spent so much time talking about engagement and traffic, but at the end of the day, we need to see that return on our investment.
for sure.
How do conversion ads work differently within this pressure cooker system?
It's all about leveraging the trust and familiarity we've already built with our audience.
Okay.
And one of the most powerful tactics Mark recommends is using the same post ID from your engagement ads
Oh, okay.
in your conversion campaigns.
Now that sounds kind of counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we want fresh, conversion-focused creative for those campaigns?
A lot of people think that, but
Yeah.
think about it from the user's perspective.
I-
They've already seen this post, right? Maybe they've even liked it, commented on it, shared it.
Right.
They're already familiar with it.
Yeah.
And when they see it again this time with a clear call to action,
Uh-huh.
they're much more likely to trust it
Makes sense.
and take action.
I see what you mean. We're carrying over all of that social proof.
Exactly.
Those likes, comments, shares
Mm-hmm.
directly into our conversion campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a built-in trust factor.
It is, and by this stage, your pixel is brimming with data from all those engagement and traffic ads. It's had time to learn to refine its understanding of your ideal customer.
So it's like the Pixel has graduated from Facebook Ads Academy with honors,
Uh-huh, yeah.
ready to go out and find those high-quality buyers who are most likely to convert.
Precisely. And because the pixel is so well-informed,
Yeah.
we can often achieve those conversions at a lower cost, maximizing our return on ad spend.
Interesting.
Remember, we've been nurturing this ecosystem, building that momentum over time.
It's a completely different mindset than the typical launch a conversion campaign and hope for the best approach.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling there's even more to it than just using the same post ID.
Oh, there's a whole world of strategy involved in crafting those conversion campaigns within the pressure cooker system. And that's precisely what we'll delve into in part 3, where we'll unpack those strategies and reveal how to maximize your results.
All right, so we've laid the groundwork with those engagement ads. We cranked up the heat with the traffic campaigns. And now it's time to release the valve and see the magic of these conversion ads within this pressure cooker system.
Right.
I'm ready to see how it all comes together.
We've talked about using those same high-performing post IDs from our engagement campaigns, carrying over that social proof and familiarity into our conversion ads. But there's another layer of strategy here that's really crucial for maximizing our results.
Okay, I'm all ears. What else can we do to make sure those conversion ads are really firing on all cylinders?
It all comes down to understanding the mindset of the audience that we've cultivated through the previous phases.
Not bad.
These aren't cold leads anymore.
Right.
They've engaged with our content, they're familiar with our brand, and they're primed to take that next step.
So how do we tailor our conversion ads to speak directly to that warmed-up audience?
We need to shift away from those generic salesy calls to action
Right.
and instead focus on providing value and building trust.
So instead of just saying buy now, we might offer something like a free trial or a lead magnet that's directly related to the content they've already engaged with.
Exactly. It's about demonstrating that we understand their needs and that we're not just trying to, make a quick buck.
Right.
Remember those insightful conversations we had in the comments section of our engagement ads?
Yeah.
We can actually leverage those insights to craft conversion ads that truly resonate with our audience.
That makes a lot of sense. We're not interrupting them with a hard sell. We're extending an invitation to continue the conversation and explore solutions to their problems.
That's the heart of it. And when you combine that approach with a well-trained pixel that's already identified your ideal customer,
Right.
you have a recipe for some really powerful and profitable conversion campaigns.
This pressure cooker system really is a game changer. It's like we've flipped the script on traditional Facebook advertising. Instead of chasing those quick wins, we're building a sustainable ecosystem that consistently delivers results.
It's about shifting our mindset from those short-term tactics to that long-term strategy.
Yeah.
And it's about recognizing the power of engagement as the driving force behind it all.
So for those listeners who are ready to ditch the ad fatigue roller coaster and step into this pressure cooker, what's the one thing they should focus on first?
Start by reframing how you think about engagement. It's not a vanity metric. It's the key to unlocking the full potential of the Facebook algorithm. Ask yourself, how can I create content that sparks genuine conversations and provides real value to my audience?
I love that focusing on value first and conversions second. It's a subtle but powerful shift in perspective. Any final thoughts you want to leave our listeners with today?
Remember that the Facebook algorithm is a powerful tool, but it's only as good as the data we feed it. The more we engage, the more we interact, the better it becomes at finding our ideal customers. Embrace the long game, nurture that relationship with your audience, and just watch your campaigns flourish.
This has been an incredible deep dive into the pressure cooker system. I know I'm walking away with a completely new understanding of how to approach Facebook ads for sustainable long-term growth.
It's been a pleasure sharing these insights with you.
And to our listeners, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you experimented with the pressure cooker system? What result have you seen? Share your experiences in the comments, and until next time, happy scaling.